feel like we've all had like different ways of like coping mechanisms, ways to get through stuff, and I feel like mine was not know why it is so dark. I feel like it's slightly brighter, maybe 10% brighter than the other way. Anyway, I just thought I'd pick up the camera today and do a little vlog. I don't feel like I've just, you know, had a nice chilled video in a while, and I just love these ones because I feel like I can just catch up with you, and it's literally just like talking, but it feels like I'm talking to like my best friend or something, if you know what I mean. So this morning's plans, I just did a bit of work this morning. I actually had a really early, like, well, it wasn't that early, but it was pretty early to have like a work call because that company is an Australian company, so I just had a call first thing. Oh, my brain was just not really functioning, but that was exciting. So that's how my day started today. Today is a active rest day, so I'm just going to go on like a nice long walk. Penelope is of course always normally with me, but she actually came in season this week. She's going to do some stretching and a nice long walk. Use that time to listen to some really good podcasts, and I'm one of these people, like I feel like I've always got to be like moving or doing something. I really struggle to sit still. I always have done, to be honest. Just listening to a Professor Green and Stephen Bartlett and this podcast. It's on YouTube as well. Oh my god, that was the biggest bee. I can literally hear it whacking the car, this bee. I started listening to it last night on YouTube, and then I've started like finishing the rest of it on Spotify in, you know, on the podcast section. But it's just literally talking about some really deep stuff and a lot of stuff I can relate to in a way. So I'd really recommend this one. Just driving past this Porsche Macan in like a really bright blue colour. There it is. Oh, I love that car. I feel like I've not seen it in that colour as well. Right, don't know what I fancy today. Costa drive-through. I've actually been way preferring like Costa coffee recently over my Starbucks.
Welcome to Costa, what can I get for you?
Hi, please could I get an Americano with just oat milk?
Americano with oat milk, yeah?
Yes, please. No, that's it, thanks.
There you go, around, thank you.
Thank you. It feels so weird being in the car without Penelope in the back and going on a walk without her. Like, this is the first time I've done this in, oh, I don't even know, like forever. Yeah, she just did not want to go on a walk today. Even Mason was like, oh, don't bother taking her, because I put her lead on, and then she just wanted to turn back round and go back in. What's weirder is that like it was my time of the month as well last week, and then I was thinking, you know, there's that, I'm not too sure like how I'd phrase it, but women seem to sync their cycles, don't they? Like at similar times, like say if you live with another female or friends or something, like you apparently sync in some sort of rhythm. I was just confused when we both came on last week. I was just like, Penelope. Oh, sorry. Oh god. Oh my god, I am dead. I didn't even see she'd put the coffee there, and we were both just like waiting for something that was right in front of me. Trying to lay off like all the artificial sugars and stuff. Like I still have some sugar-free syrups and whatnot in some stuff that I bake. Choosing like more natural ways to sweeten things that usually are obviously higher in sugar. So things like honey and coconut sugar opposed to always like artificially sweetening stuff. Just being more aware of like your gut health, your gut microbiome and how it digests things. It's absolutely throwing it down. I haven't got a brolly, but I've got a hood. For God's sake. This happened the other day as well. Like me and Mace came out for a walk and just I'd convinced Mace to come on a walk with me, and then it just like started thunder and lightning. I had my hair done the other day. I don't know if you can, it's quite bad light. I feel like I prefer my hair after, you know, like once I've had it done, after a few washes. But I just had, it was more of like a maintenance appointment, as in like I just literally just had a toner. I didn't even let her cut it this time. So I feel like I finally got some thickness and length back, and I just feel really protective over my split ends basically. I think I was watching one of my old YouTube videos the other day from probably maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it was where I'd completely bleached, well I didn't do it myself, but I'd had it bleached like from probably like here downwards. It was a bit random. I went so overboard with purple shampoo that it was just like blue and like weird like blue purple tones. Isn't it weird when you notice something that like at the time I just didn't see, if that makes sense? Parked up, I've got my coffee, and the strangest thing has happened. So literally last Thursday I was just thinking about one of my friends I've not spoken to in ages. Like we used to speak probably almost every day a few years ago, and she just crossed my mind, and I was like, oh, I need to call her at some point. Anyway, she just called me out of the blue, which was just mind-blowing. You know, that is just like manifestation at its finest. I was honestly just thinking the other day about like some times we'd had together as well. We just had like a 10-minute little chin wag and we're going to organise something soon. I just thought, whilst I'm sat in my car, it's absolutely throwing it down. I'm not in the mood to get drenched today. I got absolutely drenched through about 2 weeks ago in the Lake District, and I've never been that cold in my entire life. I had a waterproof on that was the most horrendous thing. It was just like seeping wet through to my skin and my socks, and we were on this massive bloody long walk in the wind, hail force. But yeah, I just thought I would chit chat, like sort of tell you what I've been working, well, not working on, but with it being like Mental Health Awareness Week, I believe, or is it like a mental health awareness month as well, I think. I just wanted to talk a bit about that and like stuff that I do daily and what I've been doing recently. So one thing I kind of realised this year is just how much of a like an all or nothing approach I had sort of last year, and with COVID and stuff, I feel like we've all had like different ways of like coping mechanisms, ways to get through stuff, and I feel like mine was very much like all in, like work, and that obviously is going to reflect like relationships with people, with friends, family, you know, just all of that. And yeah, I just kind of felt quite burnt out towards the back end of last year, and then obviously this year I was just like, I don't really want to take the same approach because it was great at the time and it like served me well and stuff, but now like I'm just in a different headspace, and like obviously we all go through so much growth and change, so I've been looking at different ways to change like my habits and beliefs and stuff that I've had set in my mind that aren't always true. It's fine listening to all these podcasts, which I do so often. I'm always like listening and trying to like learn so much. The other hard thing is actually like actioning all of that stuff that you consume and stuff, and like, you know, and you really relate, you're like, oh my god, I really relate to this. It's another whole kettle of fish, like actually actioning that and then maintaining that and making it part of your like daily routine and stuff. Yeah, inner work takes work. So yeah, I just thought I'd like delve into that a little bit. So basically I've just sort of wanted to shift old ways and like habits that I'd get stuck into. So like I feel like we all sometimes have like a default setting of like what we return to, say like a daily routine or something. I've kind of just wanted to shift that whole way that I navigate through my days and stuff, do things to sort of shock my system a bit, like rather than showering every night, which I normally do, just taking my showers first thing in the morning, just switch up a bit of my energy, like work in different spaces. I love like going on like cool cute little walks in the morning, just reflecting a lot more, and these things just help me feel a bit like fresher and stuff. And I think I briefly mentioned this maybe in a vlog, but like I used to think reaching like a certain performance goal, or like reaching a certain like a number of followers, like, or a number in your bank account, or just these kind of goals, obviously they're amazing, they're great, and they'll mean something different to each person, but ultimately they don't bring like anything external, isn't going to bring you like internal happiness and I don't know, like long-lasting results. I think it was last week I was doing some like journaling and stuff, so I find doing that really helps. Like if you're ever feeling a little bit sticky or stuck in a situation, like, or your mindset or anything, I find journaling, writing things down, and then doing this thing called shadow work. Like I've not really done that before, to be honest, but I had a look online and just answered some questions. So like one of them was to do like your inner child, so thinking of a time when you were a child where you felt like deeply sad, like, you know, I don't think everyone has that feeling. I thought back to like a situation, and what would you tell that like your past self, your past child, or what do you think that child needs? That child is obviously still you. I mean, my mind was just like, wow, and filling those, maybe if there were any voids or stuff like that. So just looking at certain habits and stuff, or beliefs, thoughts that I have, and challenging them basically. So that has been that really. Right, let's get out on this walk. That was refreshing, and the rain kind of held off then. I am just going to make a move now. This little spot, whenever I come walking here, I feel like I always end up having so many little chats. Like I just find here people just love a chat, and that's so nice. It makes a difference, doesn't it? You know, rather than just walking past people, like people really like to have a nice, like, see how your day's going. I was just thinking, it's always when I want to walk, like ideas come to me. Just thought of another present that I can get for Mason. I'm not gonna say on here in case he watches this. I don't think he will though. It's his birthday coming up soon, and he's just the hardest person to buy for. he's not really like a materialistic person in a sense, so I always like to get him really like useful, like practical kind of gifts. So yeah, that's been difficult. I feel like I've done all right this year. Last year I remember really like having to pick my brain. Yeah, I just thought of some of the little bits and stuff that I could get him, and then I'm just trying to like plan out his day, stuff like that. But I even struggled to buy for like my dad as well. Speaking of my father, so I don't really talk about too much like family stuff on here, but his heart's gone back into AF, so he has had quite an irregular heartbeat for the past 10 years actually, and it's gone into AF like multiple times, and I think this will be his third or I think fourth time having it restarted. So looks like he's gonna probably need an operation. Basically, obviously every time his heart goes into an irregular like electrical pulse, like the other day it was beating at 155 beats per minute just at a rest, which is just absolutely crazy. That's what like your heart rate is when you're running. So as you can imagine, like your heart swells as well. I'm going to be going in for that soon, and that is that. So that's been a blooming nightmare, like, yeah. Popped to the shop on my way back and I just picked up some really random bits. I got some tahini, perfect in hummus, delicious in dips. I don't think I've actually ever tried tahini. And then I just got some more hang on, one of you guys corrected me actually on my last YouTube video, fire. I've been calling it phage for God knows how long. Then some agave nectar. I don't know any like honey or anything left in the fridge. And then some spinach, like just the most random thing ever. Coconut yogurt. Mason's put his pants on her. So, yeah. Yeah! Oh my God, she's never ever this quiet. My little yoga setup going on down here, and the comfiest outfit, these shorts are like these oversized boyfriend kind of things. But so this isn't an ad or anything, but it's from Charlotte J. It's like this like cool palm tree design. Let me just pull this bit. God, typical me, like showing you something half blooming bent. But yeah, I just thought it was really cool, and it's like one of those, it doesn't slip about. It's got, you know, like the grippy bottom bit, which is great, and it's not going to disintegrate because it's a good high quality fabric. Like it's not that one that just like breaks into pieces. So yeah, I'm just going to sit on here. I'm gonna try some.
Like your sesame seed, basically.
You snatched it out of my hand. What do you think? I don't think you're supposed to dip it in like peanut butter. Hmm?
I can taste it.
Kind of like a mild peanut butter, but not really.
Ah.
No? Look at your face of disgust. So this is one of Mason's specialties, isn't it? Literally a spinach base with these sprouted salad toppers, and I assure you it tastes so nice, like especially for a salad, but it's just a nice little snack. You definitely made this for yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, sorry.
And then you put some like seeds and raisins and stuff, but I think it's the beans that makes it taste really good. And then these are caramelized, like dried onions that you get on sushi, and then some olive oil. And then these are goji berries. I got these off Amazon.
That was nice.
Oh, not as nice. Did you say?
Say it again.
Are you sure they're for humans, not rabbits?
Taste
Huh?
one.
I think they're lovely. This sourdough. This is so nice. Did you pick at this, Mason?
No. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna just toast these very random little snack, but we'll go in with it.
A few moments later.
Hi, I was just wondering if you've got a table available for 2 people this evening, please.
Okay, so our earliest time is 9:15 in the evening.
Oh, really? Okay, no worries. Okay, thank you, bye. Oh no. Just got a quick change. We kind of look matching. We are in like different colours, and we've just driven into like a local kind of area that we've not really had a look at, to be honest. Get some food. There's so many restaurants around here that we haven't tried, so it's only about like 20 minutes from us, but we thought we'd eat out or just like do something out of the house.
I'm hungry.
I don't really know what I fancy. I don't really fancy anything heavy like greasy or pizza, which doesn't leave much choice. Like sushi? No?
just don't want to get in the car. What's on?
I've ended up at Goji Berries, which is my favourite like frozen yogurt place. This is becoming a very often situation.
Some Goji Berries.
We look like we're really matching, but we're not.
Copied me, didn't you?
Oh my god. What happened?
Penelope licked me too hard. Fell on the stairs.
No, what did you do?
Scraped it on a rugby
Grass.
pitch. Yeah, it was 4G at the pitch actually.
Huh?
It wasn't grass.
Speak up, speak up.
Artificial grass.
We got home about 10 minutes ago and just cooking up some dinner. We didn't end up really fancying anything. We were making like a sausage bacon mixed with onion and courgette. A bit random, but we're gonna make it into like a creamy sauce or something. We're gonna chill, I think, and watch a movie or something.
My Netflix got hacked, so I've had to start a new Netflix account, but we're seeing new options.
I'm watching more like interviews and stuff on a night, or what else do we watch? Like funny stuff, like
We've watched some documentaries, we've watched some YouTube podcasts.
Penelope update. So she's feeling very sorry for herself. She's got her pants back on. Look at her. She's literally barely moved all day. She's been so quiet. If any of your dogs like also get really lethargic in season as well, let me know if you've got any like tips to make them feel a bit more comfortable, because she just doesn't seem like she wants to, I don't know, she's just so quiet and unsettled. Do you want any cheese on yours? I don't really eat pasta like too often, to be honest. It's not like my go-to choice, but when I was about, I think like 13, my best friend Katie at the time, we always used to make this like really creamy tomato based pasta, and you know, like those industrial pots that you can get, like we'd literally make one of those and we would finish it between probably going through like puberty, so flipping heck, we were just going through. I remember we used to eat so much together. This reminds me of that so much.
That's a series.
Find something to watch on Netflix. Jupiter's Legacy. And then this is the Lotus Biscuit frozen yogurt from Goji Berries with chocolate, a little bit of chocolate sauce from my cupboard, and flaxseed on top.
So I heard. You manned the mainsail.
We were attacked. Only 2 months. Someone lit a lantern.
Which you prefer?
And
This is Mason's mango.
makes
Basically, I just need to tell you about like this blanket I've been sleeping with. This isn't an ad or anything. That sounded very addy, didn't it? Yeah, I got this blanket. I think it was from, Miele or something, a company online. Basically, it's like a weighted blanket, and it's literally like sleeping, like being hugged. It's so heavy. It must weigh at least like 10 kg, but definitely not actually. Probably weighs about 5 kg, I'm gonna say, like overall. And yeah, I've slept with it every night. It's great. I've been really trying to work on my sleep hygiene as of late, and I say this as I try and aim to be in bed before 10, but that hasn't happened the past few nights. I feel like I've still got a good chance of getting into bed before 10. I'm gonna quickly wash my hair, blow dry it real quick, and then jump into bed. Yeah, I've been trying to just make sure I'm sleeping better, because that affects your entire day. Like this morning, I woke up so groggy, and yeah, I just think I'm always in a much better mood when I've like slept well rested. And as you guys know, I use my Fitbit to help track my sleep as well. So I'm going to get off here now and get in the shower and get into bed. Started watching that thing on Netflix. It wasn't very good, to be honest. I couldn't get into it. I can't really get into anything on Netflix. That's why I think I've been watching so many like documentaries and just like YouTube and stuff. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me know if you do like these more vloggy style chit chat kind of stuff, and if there is stuff that you want me to talk about or mention. I feel like I haven't vlogged properly in a while if I was a little bit rusty. That's all from me. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a lovely week and a nice evening, day, morning, wherever you are watching this, or if you're doing your cardio. See you in the next video.